Hello everybody, this is Jamerica with Jamerica Life, and I made a promise and I try to keep my promises. So we have some trees that are in pots that are struggling. I got a whole bunch going on this morning. Let me move some of this stuff out the way. But we got trees over there, some fig trees that need to go on the ground. So that is what we're gonna do. We're gonna plant about, I don't know, I gotta count, a couple of figs, more than a couple, until I get tired or until I run out of figs. So today is fig day, planting the figs in the ground because it's already in a container. Let's go. Well, I am so happy today. You know why? It rained. It rained, thank goodness, because the ground was hard and I was going to have to saturate the ground in order to get these trees in. But since it rained, well, it's not going to be as bad. Hopefully we got enough. It was on and off rain all night. And for fertilizer, I didn't properly seal some fish that was in the freezer, so it's freezer burn. I'm not going to eat it. But the plan is, that is the thing. Permaculture. You use nature to help you out, or you help nature do what it do. So if I have fish or any leftovers, hopefully my dog doesn't dig it up, because he's been doing stuff like that lately, and I just pray he doesn't get sick from it. Apparently dogs can eat rotten meat. Well, I guess we eat old stuff also. At least ours is a refrigerator, though. He dug it up out of the ground. So we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3 and a possible that are going to go on the ground. So let's go ahead and get to it. Let's plant these figs. These, by the way, were tissue culture. They're ready to go on the ground. Let's go. Okay, I had to do some chores before I had to cut my way through the jungle in order to get the wheelbarrow. The trees had draped down because it rained, so I had to cut some branches down. Anyway, I'm dirty now. Hey, y'all saw me, I was clean. Well, maybe I was a little cleaner than I am now. So I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna chop down some more branches, I'm gonna put it in the wheelbarrow. I went and got the wheelbarrow also. You know, I made a conscious decision just a second ago, because I have to tramp through the house and go into the garage to get my tools, not my shovel, but my hedgers, my clippers. Start leaving it outside because I tramp mud in the house. It's not the dogs. Well, dogs do it too, but it's mostly me bringing dirt into the house, trying to get these tools. So I had to go in there to get the hedgers, the hedger, and I had to go and get these clippers from the garage. It don't make no sense. Keep it out of the garage. Get out of here, girl. Y'all a little bit far. So, in order not to break your clippers or to break your, whatever these are called, hedgers, there's a thing that a guy who worked in, he worked with the city as a landscaper. He taught me a little trick. He says, you know, do it little by little. And I'll show you what I mean. This is not a big branch, but if it was and I couldn't get my thing through here, you clip and you turn and you clip again from a different angle. And it gets the branch off easier. Finesse over brute strength. I am so sick of this tree. Now here's one. Here's one right here. Let me chop off these little ones so you can see what I'm talking about. This is what happens when you don't maintain your weeds. I can't blame nobody except myself for this. See that? That is a branch. I might have to get my saw to cut this down because they're quite big. So I'm gonna go down here, chop a little bit, and I'm gonna chop again, and I'm gonna pull it off. Let's get this one chopped as much as I can. All right, turn around, chop at a different angle. All right, it's almost off, see that? And just clip it off. All right, let's see what we got here. put my hand too deep in this thing because I don't know. I don't trust it. Here's my clippers. I'll be right back. I put them way over there. Why? Why? I don't want to corner myself into this joke. Move out. I hate this tree. This tree right here in my neighbor's yard. I hate this tree because it's encroaching on my sunlight. Every year it get bigger and bigger. I'm gonna fix it one day. I guess we'll do that on one of the next, one of the soonest videos because it's going into my crepe myrtles. I hate this tree. All right, so I cut that thing down quite a bit down to the ground, but it's gonna come back. I thought it was dead, but no. If I had wanted it, it would have never came back. Since it knows I don't like it, here it is. Taking up space. Valuable space. I didn't plant this thing, by the way. This is oleander, very poisonous. If you have kids, do not plant this in your yard. Causes heart attacks. Not that I should give you that information. Y'all are fighting. Want to off somebody. Just joking. All over Texas. Y'all set it off. Go on and set it off. Philomena? She normally does not go after anybody, but apparently they saw something that they didn't think belonged in this yard. Whatever it was is gone now. I guess not. They maybe came back for a second try. Okay, well, when you've done all you can do is stand. Whatever it was went to the neighbor's yard. Now they dogs barking. Okay, girl. Just have to keep cutting it down, that's all. Now you see the true mess that is my planting session, huh? Flies are starting to go around everything. I gotta rake that up. Philomena, Cyrus, come on, boo boo. They're so nice. Look at them. Sometimes he listens, sometimes he don't. He's sometime-ish. good idea at the time, but it wasn't. Okay, now let me get the tools that I do not need anymore out the way, like this rake, that pruning shear, and the hedger. And finally, we get to planting. Look, I soaked. Soaked. Pull your bra up, girl. My goodness. My goodness. Oh, hey. I don't want this either. This crepe myrtle. I don't want it. But it's here. It is here. Put it right here. Yep. When you're wearing a natural, you do not have to worry about humidity. Humidity is your friend. Finally. After all these years. All right. Where'd my dogs go? Philomena? Cyrus? Oh, y'all are right here. Y'all are so quiet. Quiet, I tell you. They right here behind me. Okay, okay, just checking. I wonder if this tree's roots are over here. I bet they are. Shoot. No, they can't be because I'm going through this soil too quick. If anybody's roots is here, it's them. It's that crepe myrtle. Don't break another shovel, girl. This will be shovel number 2, 2025. Alright, we're getting through. Should I dig all 3 holes and then put them in? I think I will. Whoa! Where's the other one? Where'd she go? Where'd she go, Cyrus? Philomena? You wandered off. Oh, you right here looking at me like, you darn fool. That dog know when I want her to come and when I don't, she's looking at me from under the tree. Like 2 sentinels. I wish they had hands. That's one hole. Jesus Christ. Let's do one over here where I'm going to chop some of these branches down. Now just make sure I keep this clear. Put it over. I got to do one more. Don't know where. And I can't tell you why. Yep, I got 3. 1, 2. I could put it right there, but then the lime tree is right there. I'm gonna put it right here where that pot was. Right over here. Kind of close to the other one. I think I got it. Let me move some of these trees. Now you may ask yourself, why? Why does she have that pot sitting right there? Well, it's heavy. That's why. So this is what we're gonna fertilize with. Can't put it down because my dogs are out and they might take my fish and run off with it. I just got these out of the freezer, but they were freezer burn. I'm afraid to eat them. See that? That's fertilizer right there. That's natural, 511. And then I got a quail that bit the dust. So I got 3 deceased animals in here. How about that? And I'm gonna use it. So oh, here's another fig tree. Jesus. Jesus peace. What are you? You ain't no. It says it's a fig, but it's not a fig. It says it's a, excuse me. So it says it's persimmon, but this ain't no persimmon, it's a fig. Put things where they belong. How about that, girl? Oh no. Planted themselves. Yep. Everything. That was quick. They weren't there very long. I gotta put them in the ground soon. These 2 are gone. They're just taking up space. Look at that. They just came right up out of the soil. I gotta take them back to Home Depot. Put it over here. Out of the way. That one's gone too. I just got these little ones. All right, we're getting there. This is gone. This was an almond tree. Didn't make it. This is agave. Let me put this monster out the way. My peach ready? I don't want my peaches to fall off. They look like they're about ready. Let me look. No, not ready. Not ready. I got 3 peaches over there and I got a whole bunch on that one. Sometimes those peaches are good and sometimes they are horrible. I hope this is a good year. My peach tree died to the ground, right? And you know that peach trees are grafted. I don't know what kind of peach it is. It came back as a peach bush. That's how it grows back. But it still has peaches on it because they graft. If it's a stone fruit, don't quote me, but if it's stone fruit, you got to graft on top of another stone fruit plant. And apparently the peach tree that I bought was grafted onto another peach tree, but the original one went all the way down to the ground, just like this. And just like when your moringa comes back up, it comes back up with multiple branches. Let me show you. My peach tree is one stem, right? But if it dies down and comes back, See that? Multiple stems. And it's not just that one. It happens with all trees that have come back from nothing. Same thing happened with this one. It went all the way down to the stump, and then the branches came out. See that? And it's definitely a peach tree. You know why I've eaten peaches off of this one. See that? That's a peach. That's another peach. There's plenty of peaches in here. Plenty. They're just hiding. They don't want to be found. Trying to get it focused in. Do you see that? That's a peach. There's peaches everywhere on this thing. But usually, by the time, I think I've harvested a couple of times. Sometimes they were good, sometimes they weren't. And the birds usually get them before I do. I trimmed this thing back a couple of months ago. You remember? I opened it up because it used to be a big old bush. It's still a big old bush, but at least you could see in the middle of it. So it's doing a little bit better where I can see things. But every year it gets taller and bushier and wider. But it's full of peaches. So if your peach tree goes to the ground, don't necessarily cut it down and think you're not going to get any peaches, because you will, most likely. Don't hold me to it, but for me, it did. See that? Plenty of peaches on here if I can get through the jungle. Of course, I digressed, right? We're supposed to be planting figs. So I got one more hole to dig. I'm gonna put it right there where that line used to be. Right there. Let me get this out the way. I gotta roll it because it's heavy. And I don't want to go inside and dirty up my floor any more than I already have. So watch me struggle or use leverage. The rules of leverage. I tell you, that helps you a lot. You don't be quiet. I'm gonna get my knife out. Rolling. There we go. Done. Uh-oh, it's starting to rain again. We interrupt this planting session for a commercial break. Y'all see the look in my eye? Hey, boy. Philomena, come on. Why are you limping, girl? You need to go on a diet. They keep on calling me back over here. It's like they don't want me to give them any peace. They don't want any freedom. So I'm gonna give them hell. That only took like 2 minutes. I caught them quick this time. They actually went into the shed. They knew what was coming. Put them back in that doghouse, back in jail. What? You stepped on something, good boy? Let me pick these twigs up. Some of them got thorns on it. I'm sorry, boy. Jamaica is not doing everything she needs to do. Move your foot. Your foot ain't supposed to be that soft anyway. You're supposed to be a tough dog. Yeah, Ike. I hope the thorn came out of his foot. It's all right, boo-boo. It's okay. I'm here. Good boy. Walk with me. Walk with me. And he walks with me. Better not sing that. That's blasphemy, huh? All right. It's starting to rain. I just got a little bit to do. All I have to do is get a little bit. Just give me a little bit of time, God. Just a little bit of time. If it ain't one thing or another. Another one started up. Man, they pushing their luck today. They will end up in a cone. They're so bony, though. Not enough meat on them. Raining. little bastard. I gotta laugh. It's gotta be the devil messing with me. All right. Here we go. Let's get him in the ground. You know what the problem is? I don't know which one it is. I got so many of them damn. I got a straight run. I wanted some black astrolop roosters. I only wanted one. I think I got 3 or 4 of them jokers. And I don't know which one is yelling, but man, I lock them all up. Actually, I'm gonna find out who the big mouth is because every time I go up there, he shut up. Playing with me. He playing with the wrong one though. Jamaica, there's 2 of me. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm not responsible for when the other one take over. Because she'll just take him to the cold cone and not think about it. Be letting him hang there for a little while until he meets his ultimate demise. So, here's my holes. There's one here. There's one there. There's one there. He must have known I was talking about him. Where's my fish? If you dig this up, Cyrus, your butt is in trouble. You dig my plant up. You dig it up, boy. I'm warning you. There goes my fish. Doesn't smell fishy yet, but it will. Taking this out. All right. Loosen up some of this soil. The roots are all the way down to the bottom. Move that out of the way. Take some of this soil off. Just shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it like you can. And there he goes. Feeling all these spots. Air pockets. That's what I need to get rid of. Okay, and because this is dry, I'm not going to step on it until I wet it. And I mean soak it. So that's one. Okay, I got the next one. Got water going on the first one. Where's my fish? Over there. Of course it is. So we got a fish, fishy poo. There you go, fishy poo. Shake some of this stuff off. Let the roots know it's being moved. It's too deep. Pull it up. Some of this down here. Oh, it's full of bugs. Well, they're gonna get buried. Forward. Oh, poke my eye. Last thing I want to do. Just came from the eye doctor. Don't poke your eye out. That's a rule. Gardening rule. See how this thing is? Look at this. This is what clay soil does. I don't know how worms live in this joker. They don't. Let me go somewhere else. Where I till. Okay, we're gonna soak this down. Not to worry. This is gonna sink down in a minute. Just pile it up. Next one. All right, Mr. Quaily Poo. Sorry for your hard luck. On to the next one. Which one are we gonna pull? You. LSU Gold. Shoot. Do I want to put this one there? Why not? It's kind of flat. I'm gonna use one of the other ones. I need you to grow some more. I don't know what you are, but you're gonna go in. You ready to go in, kid? I know you're yellow. Hey, you'll do better. Let me move this plant out the way. I believe that one is planting itself. These are avocados. Okay. Here we go. No. I'm glad I got it out of this soil. This is sandy. I don't like the way it feels. Figs aren't picky though. It's growing. Definitely. But I'm gonna shake it up. Saying it has a good root structure. So kind of happy about that. What is it? Here it is. It says it's a Latarua. That's what it is. Italian honey. That's what it says. Not that I'll be able to find that later, but I'll put it there. The heck with it. I don't care what it is. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. As long as I get fruit, and I don't know if I like it or not, eventually, when it fruits. This was a tissue culture also. Oh, shoot, I'm breaking it up by accident. Tissue culture, to me, is very easy to grow. Took me a couple of months. I got this at the beginning of the year, and look at it. It's the same size as those figs we would buy for 20 bucks. And I got 3 of them for like 25, 27, maybe 22, depending on where you, what buyer you get them from. And I bought it on the Amazing store, all of them. We'll see. People say not to buy stuff from there, but you can't prove that by me. You can't prove it by me, because so far, so good. It looked like a fig to me. All right, let me get this up. And then we're gonna soak this one also. So I like planting stuff in the ground because it frees up my containers. To get all my trash up. accepts the plan. And look at this. That's the devil right there. Still raining. We gotta water this stuff in. Crazy. Watering in the rain, right? You'd be surprised. Sometimes it rains out here and you can't, the ground is just hard as a rock. It's like it never rained at all. I don't know. Maybe we're not getting enough rain. I don't know. Maybe it's evaporating. But sometimes it rains out here like it rained all last night and this ground is still hard. So I'm still watering. Let me go and get my tools because I said it's raining, right? Some of this stuff ain't supposed to be out in the rain, but don't just assume that your stuff is watered because it rains. Not true. It doesn't work sometimes. You gotta check. It'll deceive you. I gotta find my sprayer so I can just saturate it. Right now the water's coming out too fast. It's just gonna run off. But I'll find the sprayer and then I'll just sit it on the plants for like 20 minutes, maybe 15, long enough to saturate the entire area so that it'll turn into mud and my stuff will sink. That's what I wanted to do. So let's go and hose down whoever's crying over there because they want my attention. They don't like peace. Gotta get my tools too. So I'll get my tools. Then I'll find out who it is. Huh? Well, I am wet, not only from sweat, but from rain. But they're in there. They're done. I washed everything down. And Jesus Christ, this thing don't want to. Worms are coming up out of the ground. I washed everything down. I'm gonna have to take the other way back because this road, Lovely Lane, is muddy. I might put a pathway through here. I haven't decided yet. I've been thinking about that for years. I just haven't gotten around to it. But they're in there. Let's take a look. Tree number 1. Right there. Beautiful. Still drizzling. Y'all can hear it. Tree number 2. And tree number 3. This one is gonna get some help soon because I'm gonna cut some of this back. I'm gonna cut this out as high as I can. Won't be high enough, but it'll be enough to get some more sunlight in here. It's getting sunlight right now, but I don't want this tree to get any more, and I don't want it to encroach any more than it already is. I do like canopies, but I need my figs to get some light, so I'm gonna cut this back. My tree is fine. See, my tree goes up and down because I have been pruning mine back, but I have not been doing the neighbors, so gotta do that. Man, I wonder if this thing looked like it could be going into a foundation. I'm glad it's not close to my house. It's just his house that's gonna get affected. It's his tree, so. I know he didn't plant it though. They was the first owners, and they moved. Planted a terrible tree and then they moved. So this is Jamaica. I thank everybody for being with me today. I'm gonna go back in, take these boots off. I promised myself I was gonna walk this way because it might bring mud back over here, but no. This is Jamaica with Jamaica Life, and get your stuff done when you feel like it, even if it's drizzling outside. I didn't want my figs. I said I was gonna get them figs in the ground. I got about 3 more over there. I just have to find a space for them. I'm trying to put everything like with like a little bit. All the stone fruit is out here with the exception of 1 pear and a couple of citrus trees, but oh well. Trying to keep it organized so I know where stuff is. This is Jamaica with Jamaica Life. Go ahead and plant your stuff, even in the rain. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one, all right? Bye.